Hello and welcome to the Nidhika Behel Show, the Game of Life series. Today in the studio, I have with me an author, a trainer, a coach, and trading expert, Meghana V. Malkan. Hello, Meghana. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Nidhika. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure being here.
Thank you so much for agreeing to come. Meghana, would you like to share with my listeners a little bit about what you do and why you do it?
Yes, sure, Nidhika. I'm an author of the upcoming book, Cash Tax. I'm co-authoring it with my husband, Vishal B. Malkan.
Okay.
I'm also the founder of the training institute, Malkan's Training Institute, where we coach and we train, we mentor people to become professional traders. Apart from this, we also provide training at various corporate houses, management institutes, and also the two exchanges of India, the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange. We also appear on various media, the leading business television channels, CNBC, Z Business, the NDTV Profit, where we are invited to share our technical opinion on Indian stock markets.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
what we do is we coach people, we train people how to take up stock trading as a full-time profession, because we at Malkan, what we believe is that stock market, trading the stock market is a wonderful source of wonderful business. It's a wonderful profession to generate a source of income, a regular source of income. Because what we do find is, Nidhika, out there when you see people, a lot of people trade into the stock market, but
Yes.
if you have to see the manner in which they trade, it's all disorganized. I mean, there's no fixed system. They randomly trade the stock markets, and when the end result is a loss where they lose money, it ultimately comes down to that stock market is a gamble. They feel
Right.
markets are risky.
Right.
But if you take stock market as a very organized way, there's a way to trade it. There's education to it. So when you really want to trade the stock market as a business, as a profession, you use your systems, you use your methods to trade it, and then you find out it no longer is a gamble. It's like any other business, right? So it's our mission to educate people, to spread this awareness amongst people that stock market is not risky, it is not gambling, it is a business just like any other business. And that's what we do. And we have trained people, we have coached people from various backgrounds, we have coached doctors, lawyers, engineers, IT professionals, and most of them have quit their jobs, their full-time jobs, and now are full-time professional traders.
Awesome. So it's pretty much like you're helping them build some passive income there, right?
Yes, true, exactly.
Okay, cool. So Meghna, I do know about you that you were into a career in corporate law, right? Is that correct?
True.
Yeah. So what made you shift into trading for yourself? Was there any particular reason or, some turning point in your life which made you shift to trading?
Yes, well, actually, it sounds two different worlds, from corporate law into trading. But it so happened, Nidhika, that I was working as a corporate lawyer. I was working with a company into the UB Group. And if some of you might be aware, the UB Group, in the end, when it was merged with Kingfisher Airlines, when the Kingfisher Airlines was born in 2005, I moved from the liquor department into the airline department and was enjoying every bit of my work. But my work hours were crazy. I mean, I used to work I used to begin at 8 in the morning, and it used to go on until about 11 at night.
Oh my God.
And it was a lot of travel too, because that was the time when we were into acquisition of aircraft. So it was a lot of travel within the country and outside.
Right.
So what happened, the key turning point was when I met Vishal in the year 2006. That's when we got married. It was actually a small break which prompted me to learn about stock markets. I took a wedding break. And that's when I decided, like most people, I was one of the believer in this idiom that stock markets are a gamble, because I'd never traded a single share in my life. Being into corporate law, I had no clue what the stock markets were.
Right.
So just to understand what my husband is into, I decided to learn the way he is deciphering the markets. And as I began learning the basics, I learned the advances. Something somehow interested me. How can you decipher the markets just by learning the charts, just by reading and doing the charts?
Right.
And that's what made me read more into the subject, and that's why I put in my papers then, because I thought this is wonderful. If I can study the markets and if I can make money from this, there could be nothing better than this, especially with the working law department, in the corporate department where you have such long working hours.
Right.
And that then hence began my journey as a professional trader.
Wow.
And I did have my ups and downs, of course, because as a trader, you do go through that path of self-learning.
Right.
But I must admit, my path was shortened because I had a mentor with me, which really coached me on the correct path of becoming a trader.
Wow.
And there I was. I mean, once into this field, I observed there was so much freedom of time that I was experiencing for myself, because I could literally work from anywhere I wanted to, right? I could
True.
work from any country that I wanted to. So it was just about the freedom of time and the freedom of money. I mean, I started making much more than what I was into
Amazing.
so that's
Amazing.
how I transitioned.
So that is awesome for you because you really loved, the stock trading arena. Now, there may be people out there who really are very passionate about their own careers, but at the same time, they're on a lookout for a second source of income for themselves. So, do you think learning trading and, trading on a part-time basis could be a solution to their problem?
Yes, of course, Nidhika. See, how this works is it's a system, it's a process. And what we believe is if you apply this to the business of making money from the stocks, just as you would apply to any other business, there's no way it doesn't work to make some money. Because when you work for a company, suppose you're working for a corporate and that's what your main source of income is.
Right.
Here, when you come to stock market, you have all kinds of systems. There are systems which you can apply every day to make regular income. There are systems which you call trend following systems, which do not require you to be in front of the screen all the time.
Wow,
you can
nice.
just put in your orders, you can just do your study over the weekend, and that requires not more than 15 minutes of your time every day to just track your orders, and that's all. So we've got people who do this as a second source of income. It works perfectly fine. So I think here you have something for all kinds of people.
Right.
You want to become a full-time trader, there are systems for it. You want to become a part-time trader where you don't have more than 15 minutes each day, then there are systems for it. So it's like you can create a very beautiful passive source of income for yourself.
How amazing. And especially, I think for the homemakers, it would be a great option, right?
Yes, exactly. I was coming to it because I've come across throughout my span of my career of 10 years into this field. I've come across many women who want to do something. There are many women out
Yes.
there who really want to do something because of the thing that they've got, the household, the children, etc. They're not really able to go out and work for someone out there.
Absolutely. And some of them are really smart, well educated, who had really great careers and they gave it up because they chose their family over their own profession. So I think
Absolutely.
it could be a great answer to get their identity back for them, I feel.
Absolutely. This field is perfect for them. Having said that, we do have systems, as well as some systems that are as simple as, not devoting more than 15 minutes to it. So, and the plus point here, the best part here is you really do not have to travel. You do not need to step out. All
Wow.
you need is a laptop and an internet connection and the systems, and then you are good to go.
And nowadays we have internet on our phone, all of us. So you can literally do your
Absolutely.
business on the phone as well, right?
Absolutely. We've got a lot of homemakers who are now professional traders with their families pleasantly surprised. Wow, this is what you're doing at home. And it's wonderful.
Oh, nice. So, how does it make you feel? I do understand that maybe your initial intent would not have been to, become like an icon of women empowerment or basically encourage more women to set up something at home and get their identity back. But somehow, in due course, it is shaping up like that as well for you. So, does that inspire you in any way or excite you in any way?
It's absolutely, Dika, how it began is when I was learning how to trade. Trust me, there were so many less women who were into this field.
Right.
It still remains a male-dominated profession, right? A lot of
Right.
males around. And trust me, when I did my first seminar, there was 0 women attending it. I had no women into my room. And now, typically, each of my seminar, almost 40% are women,
How
which makes me feel
wonderful.
so proud.
How
It's like
wonderful.
women are taking this up as a cause, and it makes me smile from within because how I began my career is I wanted to become a professional trader.
Right.
But this training, which we can more of out of a passion, because weekdays we had stock markets to trade, and weekend both me and my husband really didn't have much to do, and that's how this whole training business came into being. But now, seeing the number of women participants into the programs, that I do, I really feel like taking up as a mission. It's my mission now to spread this awareness amongst more women that this is not a male-dominated thing. Anybody can do it, and especially I, being from a non-stock market, non-financial background, I
Yes.
can. Then anybody can do it.
Yes, and I think a lot of women, especially coming from traditional Gujarati homes or Marwari homes, also, they're usually very bright. But somehow, because there's no culture for a woman working, I mean, you were fortunate that you at least had a job and you made a switch, but a lot of women may never even start with a job. So I think this could be a great answer to them as well, because it's all about sitting at home, and when the husband's out, you could actually do your trading as well.
Yes, true. Yes, you're right.
I think you have this wonderful program called Anybody Can Trade. And as the name suggests, it's very exciting because it's like open to everyone. So can you tell us a little bit about what exactly do you cover in that particular workshop?
Yeah, so this workshop is the first workshop which is more of an introductory workshop to people who do not have any clue about how the stock markets function, as well as people who have been trading but who are not doing it on a systematic basis. So what we do in this program is we introduce you to the basic tenets of trading. As professional traders, we believe there are 4 things vital to become a professional trader. The first and the most important thing is that you need to have a system in place. You need to have the manner in which you can put your trade. So that's a system. Secondly, we believe you need to choose the right tools, because if you go out really, you open the internet, there are 1,000 plus tools. So as a common man, it's very easy to get confused what suits you, what does not suit you.
Right.
So that's where we want to put you the right information, that these are the tools available for the common man for you to just set out trading from tomorrow itself, from the next day.
Wow.
And the third and the most important part, where we believe the most traders falter, is risk management. That's what separates the successful traders, I mean people who make money, versus the people who cannot make money.
Right.
So risk management is important, which most people give it a miss. And last but the very important factor is emotions management.
Yes.
Emotions, we believe, plays a major role when it comes to trading. It tests your emotional skills on all levels.
Definitely.
So it is the combination of these 4 factors which really makes people successful when it comes to trading the stock markets.
Yes. Yes.
In this program, what we want to do is we want to introduce you to the basics of all these 4, so that you realize what role each plays into it. So if you're a newbie, it becomes a clear set pitch for you. This is how I begin to trade.
Right.
And if you've been trading, it really gives you a clue of where you have been lacking.
Right.
And
right.
second most important thing that we do in this program is we give you systems.
Right.
We give you 2 simple systems which are not complicated at all, and which you can put into trading immediately from Monday onwards. It's like you can immediately begin trading the system. You put some money into your account, you begin trading them, and believe me, there are a lot of participants who have, including homemakers, I must say, who have never had any clue on the stock market. They have begun making money immediately by applying this.
That's
system.
fantastic. That's fantastic. And I love what you said about emotions management, because at the end of the day, I think, Blair Singer, my mentor, always says that when emotions go high, intelligence goes down. And I think that is where the understanding of the systems come into place. Because if you know what to do in what scenario, then even if the intelligence is going down because emotions are going higher, you could still apply the knowledge you've learned and still make the money rather than lose in stock exchange,
Very
right?
true.
Awesome,
Yes.
awesome. So do you also do one-on-one coaching for people, or do you handhold them, or it's always in a workshop setting or group coaching?
So what we do is, how it works with the institute is, first we have this introductory program which we just spoke about, and then we also have live programs where we have 4 different kinds of live programs where you learn various systems and techniques depending upon what kind of trader you are. For people who are into into a long-term investing, then there's trend following workshop for them. For people who want to learn more about options trading, which is one of the kind of trading on the National Stock Exchange, there's options course for them. For people who want to really make their house run, on regular income from stock market, there's a short-term trading program for them which is called the Money Flow Trader. And finally, if you really want to become professional trader, there's a star rating your trade, there's a star trader program for them. And apart from all these 4 programs, the ultimate program that we have is the mentor program, where we coach people and we train them for a duration of 18 months. We program them, we take them through the journey of personal transformation, and then learning the stock market basics, and finally coaching them one-on-one to become a professional trader. So these are the programs that we have to offer.
Awesome. So do you also, for lazy people who are seminar junkies, who come to seminars, learn stuff but never apply, do you also do freelance consulting and actually invest money on their behalf?
We do that. We also invest money for high net worth individuals. We coach that money. The only thing that we do not do, Nidhika, is we do not give advisory service. It's like we provide the net and not the fishes. So we do manage money, we coach you, but not.
Nice. So Meghana, that is a lot of incredible information you're sharing right there. So tell me, how can trading or learning how to trade can help someone win in the game of life?
See, trading is very similar to how you live. You need to have the right mindset, you need to have the right approach, and you need to follow the system meticulously. It's just about following the system. And when it comes to winning the game of life is all much more about taking control over your own self, over your emotions, giving the best out of yourself. And I have seen people who have become full-time traders. They have fine-tuned their so many things in their life, the way of living, the way their mindset work, a lot of changes that they go through in this process of becoming a trader also helps them to become fine people out there. I've got their family members coming up to me and sharing that, what have you done to my husband? I mean, he's a completely changed person. Thank you so much. People have quit drinking, people have quit smoking, people have adopted a completely different lifestyle. So I believe, it really changes you as a person inside out, which is essentially that's what your whole life game changes. That's what I believe the similarity between trading and living. That's
how amazing. Thank you so much for saying that. And on that note, I do agree with you 100% that, getting focused in any particular area of your life, whether it is for fitness, whether it is on, learning a particular system and driving, that business, it can actually get people aligned on many other areas of their life as well, because ultimately you're the same person, right? So if you're staying focused in one particular area, your negative compensations in other areas of your life would definitely go down. So that's fantastic. And on that note, Meghana, you have to share with my listeners, when is your next set of Anybody Can Trade workshops coming up? And also to make it very, very generic, because I know you guys move so fast, you have so many workshops all the time. Can you tell us a link where they can actually go and connect with you and Vishal and understand where is your next event and maybe even come and attend it? So what's the process? How can they get in touch with you guys? And, maybe your Facebook page or your website page, if you could just share the details with my listeners.
Sure. Thank you, Nidhika. Well, we have the beginner workshop, which is called Anybody Can Trade, as you just mentioned, Nidhika. It's coming up in 3 cities in the next 2 months. The first one is just coming up the next fortnight, which is happening in Delhi, which is on 30th April and 1st of May. And the second one, which is coming up in Bangalore, which is on 13th and 14th of May. And the third one is coming up in Mumbai, for people who are in Mumbai. It's coming up in Mumbai on 10th and 11th of June. So these 3 workshops are lined up in these 3 cities. In fact, I'm really glad, Nidhika, to announce that people who have been listening to this podcast, for Game of Life, for people who are really in for the Game of Life, they can register for this workshop at 50% discount.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Meghana, for the offer. That's amazing. Amazing. So listeners, you're hearing that. If you want to learn how you can trade, you can go to Meghana and Vishal's Anybody Can Trade workshop, register fast, and you could get a 50% off the rack rate. So that's an awesome offer. You must use it. And I'll give it back to Meghana to tell us more details.
Yeah. I'll tell you how do you register for it. Please visit our website www.malkansview.com. It's spelled as MALKANSVIEW. That's malkansview.com. You can also visit our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/malkansview. You can also watch some of our free videos. A lot of content is offered free on YouTube. There are some very simple strategies which are put up if you want to have a look. The YouTube page is Vishal Malkan. You can have a look at some of the videos that we have to offer, and you can find out the registration pages at each of these handles. There's also this phone number that you can get in touch with. It's 98219-07513. My colleague Paritosh will be more than happy to help you on with the registration process, and we'll be more than happy to watch you listeners out there at our workshop, Nidhika.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Meghana, for joining us today. I think talking to you has been an incredible insight onto, that even a normal person, a common person, including homemakers, including busy professionals, can look at trading as a second source of income or even their main source of income. So thank you so much on the insight right there coming from you.
Thank you, Nidhika. The pleasure was mine. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you guys for listening to us today. I'll be back soon with another incredible guest. So hang in there. See you soon. Bye-bye.